All right, so today we're working on the trailer. I had some 4.8 by 8 wheels and tires on it, but they don't allow you to go over 63 mile an hour is pretty much what they're rated for. So I have purchased the 4.8 by 12s, which have a max speed of like 80 something, faster than I usually drive to begin with. The only problem is there isn't a lot of room in there. And basically when I converted this trailer from a john boat to a double kayak, I had to lower the fenders because they were in the way of the kayaks off the side of the bunks. But I lowered them a little too much to convert to the bigger wheels, so we're going to have to raise them back up. Law, you got to have a fender on your trailer. So basically what I had to do is I had to cut all the welds off that I did the last time. Can't really see in that side because the tire's in the way, but I'm gonna have to cut all the welds off, raise them back up a little bit and weld them back, and I might make them bolt on instead of weld on in case I ever have to do this again, because it's kind of annoying cutting welds out and re-welding it. So I'm gonna get everything set up, get these wheels off, and give it a shot. So now that I've got the wheels and tires off, you can see weld in there, welded it in there, and then under here I welded those brackets on. Now I never painted them because I never actually finished, so they're a little rusty. Got a little bit on the inside there, and inside there is probably overkill. But fortunately, this side I actually ran out of weld wire, so I never welded this portion here, which is why I never finished it. I got it in there, and there, and on the edges. But that's actually going to help me not finishing that, so it'll make it a little easier. All right, we got the first one off, cleaned up a little bit. Not perfect. I'm going to have to fill in a little. I missed. I could hardly see. You can see where I got into the frame a little bit, but I could hardly see due to the fact my glasses kept fogging up, and my welding shield kept fogging up. Contrast against the sky, I couldn't see anything, so it was pretty tough. Pretty tough. Well, we got it. I noticed the U-bolts are a little short. I shouldn't have that nylock portion above the end of the thread, so that's cool to know that the axle could pretty much just pop off this thing at any point. So I'll need to get some longer U-bolts for that. Stay tuned. Alright, I've got that cleaned up as good as I can right now, and that as much as I'm gonna, because it isn't going to be real well held on there, just quick weld, because I don't have all the material I need to finish it up. But if I get it in place, I can finish it up later. Got the old Auto Arc 100 out here, just a flux core welder, perfectly fine for what I'm doing. I'm gonna pop this thing on there real quick. It's funny, welding. And I'm not a good welder by any means. You look at something like that and you go, yeah, I agree with that. But then just a moment later, you go and you put something together like that and you're like, well, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if this is a little tighter fit or a little cleaner, or if I just learned something from the last time. But between that and those goes in there, I think it'll hold good enough. All right, side 2 is off. Got her cleaned up. You can see way back when I did this the last time, I just left the groove right in it. Probably ought to fill that all in. Just realized I forgot to fill in that other side. I don't think it's ever gonna hurt anything though. Probably why I had trouble welding before. That tip was pretty bad. It wouldn't let the wire go through it. All right, had a better fit up this time, so it was way easier to get that weld in there. I spent a little more time with the hammer and dolly on this one to really try to get it closer and a tighter fit. Made a world of difference. I mean, that is what it is there. Pretty thin metal, pretty dirty, but for out of position, for a novice, it ain't too bad. Oh, you want to talk about getting done just in the nick of time. Just got through welding it, putting everything back up, getting the welder out of the rain, and here she comes. That's one of the problems with working on the only day you get off work is you got to deal with whatever nature gives you. But I'm done with it. It's on the tires, 12 inches. And you can see between there now, get my hand in there where I couldn't before. I'd have gotten a little bit of speed for the interstate now with some new tires. Still got to address that axle issue. That's a little concerning. Been driving this thing over 2 years, didn't notice it. So obviously I gotta get some paint. I gotta paint all that junk. I can't leave that unpainted like I did last time. I borrowed time with Russ doing stuff like that. But it's been a work in progress. I've been using it and modifying it as I get the hankering, but as you see, I've got a mess in here, so I don't have a lot of room to work. Anyway, that'll do it.